Hi, I'm LeeSun. So today my album is out. Amazing! It's called Singing You This Song, and it's a collection of songs that I've been working on in the studio for just over 4 years, almost exactly 4 years, since August of 2014. I looked in my inbox to see how many emails had been exchanged between Cy McGrath, the sound engineer, and myself during this time, and I have 262 email threads. That's not like 262 email messages, but those are actual like conversations via email, and some of those conversations have got like 10 messages attached to them or whatever. That's a lot of email over 4 years, so that's what's gone into this album. And over this time I've had to fight super hard to make music, in that I've had to raise money for it, I've had to prioritize time for it in the midst of parenting, single parenting, in the midst of self-employment, raising money to actually fund the music production, in the midst of all the various day-to-day things that everyone has to take care of, just general, like getting myself fed, keeping the kids fed, not being sick, whatever. It's a long list, it's a lot of things. And so because I've had to fight so hard to get this done, I often ask myself, why am I doing this? What do I want? What do I want out of life? And what's the point? Which is a good question. Like, even when I ask myself now, the answer changes all the time. And sometimes I think it boils down to I just want to be experiencing that flow of creating all the time and producing new creative things that help me connect to other people and impact and influence the world around me in positive ways. So there you go. That's my reason right now. But that's what I want to be doing. And so that kind of makes me look at, things like, do I want, what do I need to do in terms of my music career to achieve that? Do I need an agent? Do I need a record deal? Do I need, how do I get more radio play? How do I get more placement, more sync placement with my music? All that kind of thing. It makes me look at those things, but underneath it all, I kind of understand that the most fundamentally important thing to me is that I'm actually able to keep creating those times and spaces regularly in my life where I'm writing and recording. Anyway, releasing this album, it's a huge step for me, partly because I find it really hard to let go of things. I find it even really hard to say that a song is finished. I really resist that. When I've been working on a song in the studio and then it's being mixed and all that, and then I hear it, a part of me always wants to go, no, actually, it's that this bit isn't quite right yet, or I want to try something else over here. And that can carry on for quite a long time. And I know that this isn't it's not uncommon. A lot of people work like that. And I've heard that often that's due to fear of judgment or rejection. You don't want to put your music out or your work out because you're afraid of how it will be perceived. But honestly, that doesn't resonate for me in any way. Like, that's not what it is. I would love to have my music out, and I'm happy for as many people to listen to it as are willing to listen to it, even like half-finished things. But the thing is, releasing music in a sort of businessy, commercial sense, where it gets distributed, where you register your songs with the royalties, the Performing Rights Society, where you do all this kind of stuff, it entails all these little admin tasks, and I have a huge problem with procrastination, basically procrastinating really boring tasks or things that I perceive to be boring or dull or not creative. It's almost debilitating, even like housework. So this is something that I'm trying to tackle because it has such a massive impact on my life. Um, and it's something that I actively try to tackle every day, whether that's by looking at self-help books or listening to people who coach on these kinds of things, or undergoing therapy, or whatever it is. I'm working on it. And a couple of years ago, a very dear friend of mine gave me a book by Marie Kondo called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And that really shifted things for me in a profound way. And if I hadn't read that, I probably wouldn't be releasing this album now. It might have taken me a few more years for me to be able to let it go, to do the little admin tasks associated with putting it out. But no, it's out. It's out today. I still feel like quite a lot of stress and a sense of failure around the stuff that I feel like I should have done for this release that I didn't do. Like this video, for example, I'm doing it today, and the album's out today. And actually, the release date on all the press releases and whatever was 2 days ago. It was the 29th of October, but I kind of like pushed it even a little bit more than that. And even with the release date pushed and pushed and pushed, I haven't done lots of the things that I should have done. Like, I haven't blogged, I haven't updated any of my social media, I haven't contacted loads of people that I should have done. I don't know, there's a huge long list of things that I should have done that I haven't done, and if I started thinking about it, it would probably be a bit of a bummer. So I'm not going to think about it. I'm just celebrating the fact that this album is out. I'm going to look forward to doing things a bit more thoroughly and doing all the proper things needed for future releases. But I think this actual, just like getting it out, whatever state it's in, and even if I'm not doing all the things I'm supposed to around the release, at least it's released, at least it's out there on all the different platforms. So I think that's a huge step, and that's going to help me with future releases. It's going to make it that much easier to just do a bit more of what I'm supposed to do. Also, I've just got this book called Getting Things Done by David Allen. I don't know. I've decided this book is going to be super helpful in helping me get things done, like actually get things done, not like writing and recording, but I mean the stuff that I don't do, the stuff like updating my blog and my social media and contacting people and signing documents I'm supposed to sign and filling in forms I'm supposed to fill in. It's going to help me do that stuff because this book has worked for loads of people, so it's going to work for me, and all I have to do is do what it actually says to do. That's my plan. I'm going to do that. Anyway, I digress. That is kind of like, well, maybe I'm kind of making a promise for the future, and I'm making it public because that kind of holds me accountable to it in a way. If you watch this video, you can put in the comment section, hey LeeSun, so are you getting things done? How far are you in that book? Are you following what it says? Have you registered your songs with PRS yet? Yeah, you can put comments like that. That would be helpful. I'd like that. And I hope you enjoy the album, and I hope you share it. I hope it has a massive impact on your life and lots of other people's lives. Thanks for listening to this very long message. I'm very rambly because, well, just because that's the disorganized state of my brain, isn't it? Thank you so much for journeying with me and for all the encouragement and support. It means so much. It means so much more than I can really express or that you'll ever know. And here's to a future where I'll be doing more stuff and sharing more stuff. Thanks.